All right, so here's our session with Ebony Marinoff, Lily Postlethwaite and Belle Dawes. So we've got 2 Brisbane Lions players and an Adelaide Crows player. So these girls are at the top of their game at AFLW. You can see here we're working just with 3 balls in a triangle and just working on that right-left handball. So we try not to do too much straight line handballing. A lot of handballing across the body, and this is really good for their coordination and obviously practicing the vital skill of handballing left and right, and they can do this really comfortably. You can notice the girls are moving in and out too, just to make it a little bit harder. So there's short handballs, there's long. Now we go onto the net, same sort of thing, but just a bit quicker reaction time again, and making it really hard for the athletes. We really believe that that one-touch player being clean here is vital as well. You can see they're doing a pretty good job, and it may not look it, but it was like wet conditions with the dew out there, so really challenging conditions here, and these girls are very, very good at this. If you're beginning this, maybe just start with 2 footballs. And you can see how easy Belle's doing that on the left and right. Okay, so if you're doing this as a coach, maybe leave the athlete in there for 30 seconds to a minute and then change. You might also have to explain how to throw it on the net so the athlete can at least get a chance of getting it back to you. So these girls do this a lot. They're making it look a little bit easier than probably what your players might, but it's a really challenging activity. So give it a go. Really good for clean hands and also a bit of fun, as you can see the girls doing here. Now, as the session goes on, you'll watch the progression. Usually we go straight into the fundamentals of ground ball and handballing, and then we might throw in a really a fun Energizer like you're going to see now. Okay, so weaving through the markers, chasing, turning, and then hitting a short kick. Okay, so something that we're practicing a bit of speed, a bit of footwork, and then throw in the skill of kicking and marking in there as well. So these are what we call our Energizers, and it's something that's specific to the game. And here we're just working on really short, sharp feet, and then getting some separation and marking the ball. So they had a bit of fun with this. We just try to throw in something different that also helps motivation and gets them through the session whilst doing a bit of speed and agility work.
Maybe just go back a tiny bit, just like about the half a metre. Okay, ready, go.
So we probably started Lily a bit too far back there. It was a little bit easy for Eb to get out, but that's okay. They're both getting the footwork in.
Maybe that was too far. Just like 30 centimetres behind that blue line.
This sort of distance here is probably ideal. You can watch Belle chasing front on, and she nearly gets there, gets a bit of pressure on. At least Lily can hear some footsteps, practicing marking out in front. All right, so here we went into more of a ground ball focus, and you can see they're weaving through the 4 poles, spending time over the footy, being as clean as they can. Again, noting that it's super, super wet. The dew here was intense, so the girls are doing a good job here. Get your teaching cues in. Make sure you get that lead leg outside the footy, get nice and low, fingernails dirty, spend time over the footy, and then be clean with the correct hand coming out. So you can see Belle's a bit fumbly there. That's very unlike her, but we'll put that down to the conditions, which is good to practice in. Always good to practice in different conditions.
Yes.
And look at Ebony there, all over it.
Good. Couple more each. Nearly there. Nearly there. Yes, Lil. Good hands.
Okay, again, not just picking up the ball, running through it straight. That's important as well, but coming in on all different angles is important, and we think this is just a good variety to throw in every now and then at your training. You could do this with small groups, set up a couple, do it with the whole team. Okay, now we're changing it to more of a marking drill and a leading pattern drill. So you can see they're doing tick leads up and then marking it out in front with clean hands back. So the heart rate would be flying here. I would like that lead to be a little bit more dynamic. So really push off the leg as a tick lead and come up at the footy. And you can see Ebony's got great hands out in front. So here's Lily, okay? And just listen to the teaching cues as she goes.
Nice. Good. If you don't have to jump, just don't. Just go through it. Like that.
So really good adjustment there.
Like that. Good habits, Lily. Poss. Lulu.
And you notice everything these girls do, they train with intent. It's all at good intensities. There's no mucking around. It's in and out of each drill. Everything's done at high quality. And they also have a bit of fun as well.
Last round each. Let's go. Let's really hit through the ball now. Punch those kicks in. Nice, Eb. Orange.
There's also limited rest time,
Bang.
and we're just trying to get them
Good.
as many
Outside,
touches as
outside.
they can.
Here we go, here we go. There you go. Kicking Belle. Let's go, Poss.
Yeah. Get dog.
Nice. You're good, play on. Oi!
Okay, now we're doing just a bit of a kicking progression. So the girls are doing figure eights through the markers. Okay, we believe that organising your feet is just really crucial for kicking. So although you probably wouldn't do this in a game, it's really good for them just to get that pitter-pattering of the feet, organise your feet, and then hit that short, low, punchy kick towards Belle there. If you want to make it harder, get Belle to be leading, kick to advantage. But at this time in the session, we chose to just kick to a stationary target. Then we chose to go the forwards, backwards, forwards kick. Again, in AFL, if you get a free kick or a mark, you've got to come back and you're moving your feet forwards. So just getting them used to using their feet like this, being organised with their feet, and then keeping the hips and shoulders straight through to the target. So we're not doing kicking around the body here. Everything is really straight. We like to do a variety. So in this case, it was straight. Later on, we might do some around the body stuff. Okay. So you look at their footwork and their organisation. That kick that Belle did there was a little bit loopy, so the feedback would be to punch that in a little bit lower. And that's the sort of kick we want there from Lil.
That's better.
And then Belle is adjusted from the feedback. So anything you can think of with these kicking progressions, have a go with it. Put your players in pairs, do ground balls and pickups, pushing back off the mark, long kicking, short kicking, 45-degree kicking, snaps. There's so much you can do, opposite foot kicking, kicking around the corner, anything you want. Just throw a variety in there.
1, 2. Yep, keep doing that.
We would leave the marking target out there for about, 45 seconds to a minute and then change over. So the next one we're doing a shuffle side to side. So we're just looking for a quick reaction here and then hit. So this is all about getting it on the boot pretty quick after the call of go from Belle, who's out there marking. 1, 2, bang. Okay. These girls don't have time a lot to drive their legs and get much in. So it's just a quick 1, 2, hit. Okay, and that's what the aim of this one is. Also having the back to the target, the person out there can surprise them where they're standing. They might adjust the angle, they might adjust the distance, or they might be moving. So plenty of things to make these things easier or harder. As a coach, you decide what your group is up to. Watch how quick Ebony, 1, 2.
Good, quick swap, that's good.
I would put a constraint on them if they're going pretty well with their footy that they have to get it on the boot in 2 seconds as they turn. 1, 2, good. And you can see Lil's used their opposite leg there. So there's another one for you. Nice kick from Belle. Now we're going into the sandwich drill. So the person in the middle is the defender, and we're just going 2-on-1s, and we really want that person there to drive out to the space, give the handball, and then get it back. And that's what we're really working on, not turning back into traffic. So you'll watch Ebony here. We want her to drive her legs out to the space and not turn straight away. So that's pretty good. She's got a bit of space. And then we want that follow-up handball, getting the girls used to doing that, not just giving the handball and watching it. Now we're rolling the ball in from a different way. We're rolling it straight at them. Same drill, but the ball's not rolling away. We're rolling it at them. Look at Lil's footwork there. Very hard to defend. And then she follows up for the handball. Again, depending on numbers, you can have something set up the ground here. You might have a 2-on-1 or even numbers to kick to, a forward structure, whatever you like, okay? So think about how you would manage this with a small group or a larger group.
Good.
Okay, good job from Ebony to get the follow-up. Watch Lily's footwork again. Very hard to defend. She just wrong-footed Belle and then gets it back. Ebony with a bit of an outrageous handball there.
Love it.
Okay, so that's called the sandwich drill. Then we went into some triangle kicking, and we're just working on a variety. So just listen to me, the variety that was suggested throughout.
Play on. Ground ball. Throw it up when you get it. Play on. Round the body left foot. Round the body right foot. Oh, this would be perfect. Play on, quick kick, go. Push back. Play on. Play on. That was a huge kick.
Again, noting that it was really dewy this morning, so
back.
almost like wet conditions.
Push back. Ground ball when you get it. Ground ball, good. Forwards, backwards, forwards. Left foot around the body. Right foot around the body. Snap. Snap.
So as the video is just about to wrap up, we did do a few extra drills, but it was more competitive drills with bags, some tackling, some one-on-one stuff, some craft, but we just didn't get the chance to film it. So there's a little insight into what we do with some AFLW players. That was about half to three-quarters of the session. Hope you liked it. If you've got any questions, let us know, but please give us a follow.